Seamaster Sailing reveals the story of the 33rd America's Cup, with a look at the battle between the defenders Alinghi and the challenger of record BMW Oracle Racing.
First held in 1851, the America's Cup is sailing's elusive prize. So many have invested so much into winning, so few have won. Design teams have been pushing boundaries for over 150 years in the America's Cup, but none has ever set out to create what this team are doing. Because the 33rd America's Cup will be unlike any other.
It's a huge challenge for us on the design side. We're like a kid in a candy store. We have no rules to play with. We can try all crazy ideas that we want to try, and from that point of view, it's very exciting.
The sailing machines in the next America's Cup will be the most spectacular ever. Swiss entrepreneur Ernesto Bertorelli is about to turn his dream to win the America's Cup into action.
I think it will be an example, not just for Switzerland, but for all the countries and all the people who say one day, why not me?
A year later, and Bertorelli's Alinghi team makes history, winning the America's Cup at their first attempt. Switzerland celebrates, the first ever European nation to win the America's Cup. But could Alinghi defend the trophy? Bertorelli chooses Valencia as a venue and delivers a spectacular event. 11 teams come to challenge, and once again the final is a head-to-head between Alinghi and New Zealand. The decider was the closest race in America's Cup history. Just metres from the finish, there's nothing in it. But Alinghi take the winning gun by just 2 seconds, and Ernesto Bertorelli is still holding the cup. As America's Cup defenders, Alinghi have the right to decide where the next cup will be held, as soon as they receive a challenge from another team. Alinghi announced the 33rd America's Cup would be held once more in Valencia. But whilst they're toasting the next edition, in the background, another team was not seeing eye to eye with their plans. And the US BMW Oracle Racing team took their disagreement to court. Alinghi and Ernesto Bertorelli's plans could be blocked by Larry Ellison's American team. Not for the first time in history, the New York courts were about to get involved in the oldest trophy in sport. The US team were contesting the validity of the official challenger. The New York court deliberate.
What our problem is that the challenger of record, CNEV, was formed and is not an organized yacht club and has not had a vigorous negotiation with the defender, as all challengers of record have in the past.
Plans for the next America's Cup are on hold. Challengers meet to try and be part of the solution, because if the two teams fail to agree, then there's a prospect there'll be no multi-challenger America's Cup next time. Instead, it will be a head-to-head between Alinghi and BMW Oracle Racing in giant multi-hulls. Not knowing if the next cup will be in multi-hulls, both teams start putting in the hours. Extreme 40s arrive at the Alinghi base in Valencia.
Well, we're trying to get the team out on a couple of multi-hulls to see if we can learn a little bit about the multi-hull world of things, and just get back into sailing again.
Whilst multi-hulls are new to the America's Cup, they're not new to everyone at Alinghi. Team owner Ernesto Bertorelli has raced them for years, often on Lake Geneva, recently with an Alinghi crew. 10 months since the 32nd America's Cup ended, the teams are training in multi-hulls, but the New York court has not made any decision. Today, in his Geneva boardroom, Ernesto Bertorelli decides to go ahead with a speculative design and build of a multi-hull.
I give you my commitment, but it's your commitment.
On Lake Geneva, winter multi-hull training for experienced team members Murray Jones and Ed Baird. The team putting in the hours on this boat will be a familiar sight on the lake. Members of the design team are relocating from Valencia to Switzerland. And that includes setting up home. Not that there'll be much sleep over the next few months. Long days and nights will be spent in here, the build facility and design office. The implication of pressing the go button on the build is that almost 100 Alinghi team members will be working in Switzerland. The traffic is not all one way. Ernesto Bertorelli's catamaran, Le Black, is sent to Valencia as part of the research and development programme. Some new team members are being signed, including French multi-hull legend Alain Gauthier. In every area, the team are pushing the boundaries, but on a bitterly cold spring day off the French Atlantic coast, the sailing team pushed Gauthier's multi-hull too hard. Some crew members are injured. In Switzerland, there's intense activity with the design and build teams. There's much speculation over just what's being created. How many hulls will it have? How radical will it be? The New York court make a decision, and it's in favour of Alinghi. For now, the America's Cup will be a multi-challenger event, not a head-to-head sailed in multi-hulls. From the Valencia base, head design coordinator Grant Simmer shares the result with the build team in Switzerland.
CNV is the challenger record, and Oracle can appeal because it's 3-2, and they probably will.
But BMW Oracle Racing do appeal. And BMW Oracle Racing win that appeal. The 33rd America's Cup will be a head-to-head between Alinghi and BMW Oracle Racing in giant multi-hulls in February 2010. Alinghi have the right to select the venue, and they must tell the Americans where the match will be held 6 months before it starts. With BMW Oracle Racing already sailing a giant multi-hull, the Alinghi sailing machine is taking shape at the eastern end of Lake Geneva. Security is high. Speculation of just what is behind the closed doors, intense. The world is about to discover Alinghi's secret. A huge Russian helicopter, the most powerful in the world, will lift the sailing machine out into the open. The build structure is removed, and Alinghi 5 sees sunlight for the first time. The machine that will carry the hopes of a nation is revealed. Today is a proud day for the team, for the nation, and the 200 Swiss suppliers who played their part in the project. The speculation is over. A 90-foot catamaran unlike any other ever made.
Probably the most elegant and exciting boat ever. It really is wonderful.
The scale of Alinghi 5 dwarfs the boat the team raced in the last Cup. Since the day that Ernesto Bertorelli confirmed the project would go ahead, 100,000 man-hours have been invested to create the machine.
This is a very exciting moment. We're launching our first boat for the 33rd America's Cup campaign, especially here in Switzerland on Lake Geneva. And it's a fantastic multi-hull. They're fascinating machines. But this size, I've never tried, and I can't wait to see it sail on the lake.
Ernesto Bertorelli had the opportunity to try Alinghi 5 within days. The first sail of such a complex and sophisticated machine went incredibly smoothly. BMW Oracle Racing had seen their opposition's multi-hull and were about to discover where the next America's Cup would be held. Ras Al Khaimah in the United Arab Emirates will be the host country.
We're in a lagoon, which is a lovely area around a resort. We can get in straight out to the sailing area and be able to sail it.
Alinghi are already on their way. Alinghi 5 has made the first step of the journey, flying over the Alps from Switzerland to Genoa, Italy. The final countdown to the 33rd America's Cup has begun. 2 giant multi-hulls, 2 world-class teams. On February the 8th, 2010, the match will begin. It will be a sporting contest unlike any other.